made it. We made it to Friday. Just about. I think OBS is skipping a lot. Is it just me or is OBS skipping a lot? Tell me, chat. It's either skipping. If it's skipping for me, is it just skipping for me? This is premium content right now, all right? Yes. Okay, on the YouTube window, it doesn't look like it is. Yes. Oh, buckshot. Oh, buckshot. Blowing that load already. Thank you for the 5 gifted. D. What legend. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining us on this fine Friday evening for... I've still called it 40k After Dark because I haven't actually changed the wording of it yet. But welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for coming and choosing to hang out with us on your Friday night. It's fine on YouTube. Good. Thanks, Ben. It's just going to annoy me when I can watch it because the preview window on OBS. Should I do a behind the scenes video of the office stream setup? Does anyone give a fuck? Does anybody care? Is that something I should do? I don't know. Anyway, if you haven't already, welcome everybody. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit all those magical YouTube buttons for us. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Smash subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified every single time we go live or drop a brand new video. Or you can become a member of the Great Hall. If you're a member of the Great Hall, you can get yourself in Discord, and Discord notifies you also when we drop new content. And if you are a Skull tier member, which is our second highest level, or someone who's been gifted, if you're a Skull tier member, then you actually get access to the Saga series early. And I am editing the Peachy one this weekend, stroke Monday. That will go up on Monday for everybody to watch because it's basically a fresh month when it goes live to the public on Saturday. I've also had confirmations from Vince from Pleasant Kenobi that he'll come, Kirioth that he'll come, and Lawrence from Tabletop Tactics that they'll all come on the Saga series for a cheeky little interview in the near future. 3 guests confirmed, just got to book in the dates, but 3 guests confirmed on the Saga series. Mordy Hammer, thank you for the 10 gifted. We call it tonight. How many t-shirts should we design? So far, we should design 15 t-shirts. Thank you so much, Mordy Hammer, for the 10 gifted. You fucking legend. What a hero. Look at some fancy guests we got. Anyway, it's Friday, right? And although we've sort of mostly avoided it throughout the week, the internet has still been a bit of a dumpster fire around certain things, whether that be the points updates, the lack of rules changes for certain armies, still talking about Custodians Codex, still talking about Custodians Narrative, and the vitriol that surrounded that on the Twitter sphere and on other areas of social media. I thought we would do our usual for a Friday and just decide to have some fun and do something silly. Now, this does come... Okay, Luce is also taking the dog for a shit, just so you know. This does come because this week we launched the first in what I hope to be a line of new merchandise from the channel. Okay, and if you haven't seen it...
We may have made it to Friday, but how can we be sure we will make it through Friday? In Gimli voice.
Thank you so much, Christopher 7 for the 5. You're a legend. So, right. The launch in the exclamation mark merch in the merchandise store recently was this absolute beauty. Now, I am concerned that we have peaked in terms of channel merchandise. Now, if that isn't the best 40k t-shirt you've ever seen in your life, exclamation mark merch, you can get your hands on one yourself. This particular one is mine.
Oops, misquote was not Gimli, was Legolas.
Oh dear, how could you? Thank you so much, Chris, for correcting yourself on Super Chat. Well, I did. Okay. We launched that on Monday because we're trying to bring smiles and fun to the world of Warhammer. For some people, it's sometimes a bit too serious. We're just trying to enjoy ourselves, have a laugh, Garage Hammer vibe, right? We talked about it loads on other people's podcasts. Garage Hammer vibe is what we're going for, okay? So Monday we launched that t-shirt. I launched it with a degree of trepidation and nervousness because I was like, I don't know if people are going to like it. And I'm not going to lie to you, we have sold a shit ton more than I expected. Now, we don't make a huge markup on the product. We do make markup. We do make profit. So thank you to everybody who's bought a t-shirt. But it's not monumental because they're pretty good quality t-shirts, actually. I'm genuinely quite happy with how they've come out. But I was like, I said to Joe when we first thought about putting this on the web store, I like the idea of doing this t-shirt if it's not the only one. We've got a couple of other like channel slogans and stuff that we can do. But actually, I'd like some more kind of like slogan-y ones for specific factions that might not even just be channel specific. The idea being, right? The idea being legitimately that one of our t-shirts like that one there could appeal to anybody, even if they don't know the Great Hall and they don't know the channel. That Lictor t-shirt arguably could be worn by anyone who plays Tyranids, right? Anyone. The only thing that tells you that it's a Great Hall t-shirt is inside the nape of the neck where it says official merchandise of the Great Hall. That's the only bit that tells you it's a Great Hall t-shirt, right? So the concept is that we do a bunch of t-shirts. Now, I do want a couple of them to be channel relevant so that if you don't know what the fuck we're talking about, you won't get it because you've not been part of the channel. Do you know what I mean? Some of them are like in-jokes. I think it's going to be kind of cool to have a few in-jokes on the channel for t-shirts. 100% think we should be doing that, right? 100%. However, I like the idea of lots of generic humorous ones as well, right? I like that concept. So feel free to stick them on colourful postcards and fire them at me. And maybe one day, if the idea is good enough, you might see it on a t-shirt in the future. Maybe. Scrivo, who's my artist, I don't know if he's watching, he's a fucking legend, I love him dearly. Scrivo, who's my artist, I've already warned him off that this one's done quite well. Let's make some more. My only concern, like I said, is we may have peaked a bit too early right now. Anywho, thank you so much for joining us on this Friday. Like I said, if you haven't already, let me know what you're doing this weekend. If you've got any hobby planned, what kind of stuff you're up to. Let's just have a chinwag. Let's just chill out for a Friday, enjoy ourselves, tell some jokes, drink some mead, probably get slightly sloshed. That's about it, right? Luce is just taking the dog for a squeeze and then she'll be back. And then, you know, she'll impart us with some wonderful Luce wisdom as well, right? It is Friday. I'm joining on my own for the first time as this has become my routine. Marking while listening without Mr. the Stick Monkey here yet. Laura, is that you? I saw him post that I think he was out for drinks or something. The slut. Does that mean Laura's now joined without Sean for the first time ever? Welcome, you wonderful human being. You have to be a wonderful human being for putting up with Sean. Playing a Highlander RTT tomorrow sounds amazing. I haven't poured anywhere near enough of this mead. Cartoon heads of you and Joe, like Cheech and Chong as an example. Just the one actually with a dice or dead something would be good. Well, we have already talked about just the one actually with literally just a D6, 3D D6, the one facing up. Because that's, I think, relevant to the channel, at least, to be honest with you. Had an injury at work. Of course, you're a member of the Astra Militarum. Today, chat, as well, just because I like Maximum Troll, basically, today I spent putting together some custodian wardens because I like them now, they're rubbish. The hipster in me likes them now, they're rubbish. She's a grey name, so Sean's letting her down. I mean, one of the household is a Thane, Carl. I think we can let it go. Are you play on now? No, I don't think so, because our t-shirts are decent. It's 100% going to get back to tack as well. 100% that's going to get back to tack. Our t-shirts are decent. We're still a Battle Report channel and a Warhammer channel, not a t-shirt company. I just think it's... Scrivo's art's amazing, and the fact that we can all wear it on t-shirts is incredible. And we've done really bad channel t-shirts in the past, right? And you can buy a bunch of t-shirts or a bunch of merchandise that just has our kind of logo on it, and they're cool, and I love them. And you can buy the Raven ones, !Raven, right? You can get all those they're amazing.
Who needs friends? We have the greater good, etc.
We need the scene from Hot Fuzz, where they've all got the hoods up, but the faces are all towel faces for the greater good. That's what we need, Ben, isn't it? And with that phrase, I'm into it. That's not two things, though. I mean, it's not two things. You're right, Carl. Okay, all right. I'll give you that one. I need to build my custodians at some point. They've been sitting in a box for over a year. Well, the thing is, right, they're now shit, right? They're now crap. So now is the time when you can take them and no one cares because they're rubbish. Right? How good's that? I'm a big fan of that. I don't, although they're maybe not as, they're maybe a bit more rubbish than I hoped. Maybe a lot more rubbish than I'd hoped. But I think that some of that will get fixed in the future. But at least they're not oppressive now. Okay. Right? Dave B, 6+ t-shirt save. Ooh, I like that. With a picture of a guardsman. No, what would be who's got a 6+ t-shirt save? Orcs? Orcs is the one, maybe? Perfect time to learn them. I mean, their rules are simpler. No, they're not actually simple either. The rules are fucked. I don't know what I'm saying. They're just shit. I'm just trying to be happy today. I'm actually in a pretty good mood today on the whole. I woke up sore as shit, chat, right? Because this week, I've made the conscious choice that something has to happen with regards to this incredible dad belly and the lack of ability to see my own penis. So, so I've been back in the gym and I've gone jogging and oh my God. This morning I was absolute baggage. Absolute baggage. My arms hurt. It hurts to raise my hand over my head. It's really childish stuff. It's really pathetic. This getting fit nonsense. They say it's good for you. I don't believe it. Cultists. Cultists is the one. That's what we'll do.
Your face saying I hate re-rolls. Bombardment.
Thanks, Pete. Thanks. Notebook time.
Crying cartoon custode, looking at a 6 on a dice. Slogan, devastated.
Okay, right. So we've got greater good scene from Hot Fuzz with Tao. Right. 6+ t-shirt save with a cultist. We've got, I like that one, crying custode 6 on dice. I'm actually scribbling this stuff down, by the way. Devastated. Ho ho ho! You lot come up with some jogging or dogging I may have misheard. A bit of both, to be fair, Des. A bit of both. Wargunner, by the way, chat, is a grey name who has typed ! Snipe me. Right? Wargunner has typed ! Snipe me, chat. You know what to do. The 6+ save will work with a repenture as well. Ooh. Cultist stroke repenture. Yeah, I like that idea. Okay. Okay, I'm into it. I like it. I'm a fan. Cultists have a 6+ save. Hashtag not a cult. I want a sister's shirt, but I have no idea what it would be. So I came up with some real paradoxical ideas, and I told them to Joe. And we know what Joe's like. Joe is the person who told me, you can't put that on a t-shirt. So I lost a stone in a day once. It was a big dump. Christopher Santos, thank you for the gifted. Mr. the Laser Car Architect got sniped. However, not Mr. the Wargunner 99, 92 even, 28. Not even 90s. Who cares? This t-shirt was not fired from a t-shirt cannon. A t-shirt for you, a t-shirt for you. Well, that could just be like the banner on the store. Could be a space with a t-shirt launcher. Just a store banner, not even on a t-shirt. 5 Black Templars to sit around a Drakari witch. 5 Black Templars stood around Drakari Witch on couch. Right, I need to message Scrivo. I need to text Scrivo right now. Excuse me for a second, chat. I need to text Scrivo and be like, you need to watch this stream. Literally doing a stream about t-shirt ideas. Some gold. There we go. A Trace in the Infinite shirt with another mini added to my collection. Ooh. Ooh. Flashlights are cool. It's a part of the guards armor. Just a G-City wearing a t-shirt with hashtag not a cult in front of an Inquisitor. Ooh. Hashtag not a cult. GSC. Script's not even read the messages yet. He's probably busy. We are Legion. Actually, my name is Phil and I'm a Libra. See, comedy 40k t-shirts. There's legit a business in this, right? David McDowell, thank you so much for the gifted membership. You're a legend. 17. We've got to make 17 at the moment. We've got to make 17 new t-shirts. With a little bit of chat support, we could make 1,105 t-shirts. That happened once. Just a little bit of chat support. Listen, a little bit of chat support. Sisters are doing it for themselves. I feel like I want it to be a bit more. I'm a big like the Lictor t-shirt, right? I'm a big fan of like real punny or real like innuendo based product, right? Abaddon. Do you reckon we can do? I reckon we could do Abaddon literally dress up as a member for ABBA. That will trigger the shit out of Joe. Abaddon. I'm a big fan. Brandon, like I say, I think I'm saying it right nowadays. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. You absolute fucking legend. What a hero. Did you get him? You didn't get him. There was no snipe for Mr. the Wargunner. But thank you so much for the 5 gifted. 22 new t-shirts so far we've got made.
Custodians hitting on 2's picture of 5 dice showing 1.
That was my night, Ben. That was my night last night. I actually thoroughly enjoyed the game last night as well. Oh, hang on. Scrivo's replied. Currently standing waiting for a bus to my local club to heckle people. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. He doesn't look like he's having fun. You look like you're having fun. Abaddon. This t-shirt doesn't need a wash. It's grimdark. This t-shirt's been washed more than I have. I went to Cadia and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. Beautiful. What about just 40k after that? We could do. I don't get me wrong, right, Evan? I do like legitimately want to do some more channel specific ones as well, whether that be like channel slogans or show names or whatever. As long as they're cool, nice t-shirts, I want to do some of those as well. But I have historically made a bunch of channel t-shirts, right? For either Warhammer when Warhammer existed, for DZ when DZ existed, and subsequently for this one as well. And I'm going to be honest with you, standard channel t-shirts just don't sell very well. The Raven.gg ones, !Raven, the Raven.gg ones sell incredibly well. In fact, the Raven.gg t-shirt, like the sports shirt, like the football shirt, soccer shirt material type one, is quite literally our best selling. It is flat, probably my best selling merch product of all time. The Lictor t-shirt's catching it up, right? But that is probably my best-selling t-shirt of all time, okay, at the moment. And I've come to realise if it's just got the Great Hall logo on it, a lot of people don't like. I mean, when it had the logo but it said my name rather than saying Great Hall, even less people wanted it, right? Even less people wanted it. And now, because it says the Great Hall, it's a little bit more appealing to people to wear the Great Hall on their chest rather than wear my name on their chest, which makes sense, right? But now I think with comedy t-shirts that are kind of generic, the potential audience for them is amazing. And I legitimately don't even care about having I legitimately don't care about making loads of money off t-shirts. That's not what it's about. You guys are so generous with super chats and so generous with memberships that it's not about making tons of money off of these. It's just about getting cool fucking t-shirts out to the wild. That's it. Mad Larkin, do you not know? Does Mad Larkin not know, chat? Commissar Liam handing a costume to the custodians. It's your turn to be the mermaid. I like Dara's on. I bring home 6 figures a month. 6 figures a month. What this is, chat, by the way, this is a 130 person brainstorm, just so you know. I love the Raven one. Great fit and feel. The Raven shirts are stunningly beautiful. If you haven't seen them, they're stunningly beautiful. Honestly. They're gorgeous. Oh, thanks for the 5, Christopher Sanford. She'll read it out soon. She's a bit lazy right now. Carl's was brilliant for a Death Guard t-shirt before the stream started. I didn't see that. Scroll. Plague Marine and microphone. Oh, I like it. Plague Marine into mic. We'll do Plague Marine into microphone. Papa, can you hear me? With a confused noise marine in the background.
2 fights first characters, for example, Judicia and Mo facing off. Roll initiative.
Do you know what? Probably not. I just tuned in. I'm at work. Just tuned in for the first time this week. Mad Larkin. ! Merch, sir. Merch, Mr. Mad Larkin. I'm just saying. We're way ahead of you here. Connoisseurs among you will notice the hang on, the little tongue hanging out. You know, Lictor, little tongue. Connoisseurs will notice that. Deadball's ugly face at the bar. Oh. How easy was that going to be to actually put across, though? Oh, hang on, wrong page. Deadpool face question mark. I want to Estevan and I got with his t-shirt. I've done that with a Cade, yeah. Maybe we could do that as well. Tempted to Lictor. I love it. Yes! Should have been an anime. What do you mean missed opportunity? It's a beautiful t-shirt, Mad Larkin. Get out! Get out! I like the one with back printing. Well, so actually, interestingly, Ben, we put a vote in Thanes about front or back, and it was the front was more popular, but there was a lot of people that voted for the back, so we made a back one anyway, just because give people both options basically, and then you order the one you want. And the bonus we have is these are print on demand. Okay, as a t-shirt, these are print on demand. So when you put your order in, at the point at which you put your order in, there's a whole process that I've built in the background with the integration from our supplier into my Shopify page that handles the order essentially. So the order comes in via Shopify on my Shopify page. It then automatically sends the order to my supplier. It approves, uploads, prints, and then sends. Meanwhile, it then sends you an update telling you that your shirt's in transit, and it posts it for you. Okay. And then you'll get it. And so the first orders were going on Monday, and we had people receiving their t-shirts as early as Thursday. And I think like a 3-day turnaround for a printed t-shirt on demand is pretty good. I'm quite happy with it. Now, I'll be open. We've sold about 40. Ish.
Sustained. Denied gratis judge. CSM as accused.
CSM with a heavy bolter. Sustained. Denied. Grot Judge. CSM. Heavy. Bolter. Cool. We've sold about 40. Okay. So far we've sold 40. So far there's been one issue with all 40 that have been printed. And an individual got hold of me today to say that they'd ordered an extra large and they'd received a medium. Okay. And what they did, super helpful, was they took a photo of the logo of the tag in the t-shirt for the size. And the way they took the photo of the shirt, the tag was hanging out the front of the t-shirt, right? And the t-shirt, you could see the logo. And it said the logo said medium, and their order on the website obviously said like, oh, we've got another one now. Said extra large. I got hold of the supplier, which has a 24/7 chat line, right? I clicked on their live chat, 24/7 chat line. It's a chat bot. I worried. So I typed in, customer has received wrong order. It instantly said to me, don't worry, we'll put you straight through to a human. Within 10 minutes, they'd opened a case their end so they could investigate the issue and why the individual had received the wrong size t-shirt. And they had created a duplicate order so that the customer is going to receive the right size t-shirt. That was within 10 minutes. I'm actually quite impressed by the supplier, by the way. Sounds about right. From the front is more popular, but plenty like Lictor from the back as well. It's an acquired taste. Everflow, I love you. Should we get Joe made as an orc, David? Should we do that? Should we get him made as an orc? But yeah, so in terms of a supplier, like I was very impressed by that one, to be honest with you. I was super, super impressed by how quickly they sorted that out and how quickly they turned that around. And I was like, I'm going to have to put the order in and then try and get them to refund and blah. And no, they just did it there and then. Within 10 minutes, they did it. And I was able to email him back. I emailed him back first of all saying, thank you so much, I'll deal with it. I was able to email him back like 10, 15 minutes later and be like, it's been dealt with already. And so he should receive it like mid next week. So it sucks a little bit that it's a bit later than it was supposed to be there. But they sorted it all for me. And that's like one of the bonuses with these types of t-shirts, because they're a print-on-demand supplier. And this is why, obviously, the margin is a lot less. I don't make so much money off of these. But because it's print on demand, I don't have to hold a ton of stock in a gamble that we might or might not sell them and what sizes we might or might not sell. So when we put the polo shirts on the merchandise page, we hold that stock here. That was me spending £600 on stock, and I don't think we've made that money back quite yet. You know? So we'll get there, but print on demand is probably the way forward rather than stocking them ourselves. We'll see.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, thank you, Sir Grail Hunter, you absolute legend. Mr. the War Gunner is still trying to be sniped as well, by the way, chat. 22, so far we've only got to make 22 t-shirts. This is much easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought we'll probably have to make 300 t-shirts at this rate.
It's a guardman's life, all 15 hours of it.
One movement phase. Thanks for 2, guys. Thanks for 10, Sir Galahad. You're a legend. I love you. What a bunch of heroes you all are. Andy, 19? Is that right? Thank you so much for the gifted as well. XIX. We'll just say XIX. To be honest, that's how problems should be solved. When I went through to the chat, Kai, and it was a chat bot, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Just bought one for Zena and I.
Bless you, Mr. the 40k Medic. Thank you so much, man. What a legend. Yeah, when I went through a chat bot, I was really worried. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, I have to try and deal with a bot for ages to get finally through to someone. I don't like talking to chat bots. I like talking to people.
Peak male body and picture of a squat/Voten. Need a shirt for dad bod. Expecting my first in July.
Oh, congrats, man. Big congrats to Kronos. I feel like what you're saying is you're expecting your first in July. What a legend. Thank you so much. An orange and a Necron command barge. No caption. Some of you, I think, are just going quite specific here, right? I have a body of a god, picture of a great and clean one. Relate. I last longer than Brom shooting phase. Brian, that's a great idea. I'm writing it down. Beautiful. How about a faction points versus dollar cost list? Oh, that's going to get complicated, isn't it? Can we start? Right, chat. I love you all dearly, especially if you're in the Thames, because you'll understand what the references to. But if we can stop the mermaid and the halibut ones, because no one's going to get those. No one's going to understand those. Have you finished making the dog poo?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We are literally currently just sat here, all 130 of us, on a Friday evening, drinking beer and brainstorming t-shirt ideas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
Some of them are good, some of them are shit. But, you know, I have to tell everyone they're doing a good job.
Yeah. Be encouraging.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
be dismissive.
No. Yeah.
Be encouraging.
So I'll read one out and I'll be like, like that. It's a fake laugh sometimes, but
Oh, career laugh.
yeah. You know the one.
When your boss is trying to be funny.
I absolutely reckon
not.
I should have been an actor. You know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just been able to laugh on demand like that.
It's crying. Crying on demand is the one.
You have to cut a hole in your trousers and pluck your pubes.
Yeah. Pluck your pubes.
Yeah. Someone's come up with one that says I lasted longer than Brom's shooting phase.
Nice. That's a good one.
Chris says, "Hey, Luce."
Hey.
Oh. You didn't quite get the response you wanted there. I changed the members goal tonight to read how many t-shirts should we design?
23.
So far we have to design 23, yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty good range. It's pretty good range.
In terms of the number of t-shirts, it's kinder to us, but still. Secondaries are for virgins. I like that one, Kai.
Vindicares, turbo penetrating since 1995.
Secondaries are for virgins. Berserker with chain axe. That's what we're going to do. Right. Thank you so much, Gaz, for the 2. You legend. You are all legends. Is it loose or loose? No, she's true. She's here. Luce is here. Just Joe on a moped. You on a Joe-ped? Oh, how are you anyway? You good?
Yeah, good. Just
Is it raining out there?
ish. I was walking Emmy.
Front, guardsman with Voxcast Acadia stands back. Picture of a data slate message incoming.
I like clever t-shirts, Chris. We can do front and back with this particular supplier as well. We could do front, back and sleeves.
Have a cartoon drawing of Sad Joe with Wog above him.
I have got a Sad Joe cartoon face already. That exists. I could probably find it. Where's our channel assets page?
My order is in. If I don't look like Joe, I want my money back.
Wait, is that the right way round? Are you sure that's the way round you want it? Where's channel assets? Wait, so it's there. So I could probably, I reckon if I'm clever, I can add an asset to the stream. We'll add a image and we'll browse and we'll go YouTube folder, channel assets, Sajo. Okay, there we go. Here he is. We have a Sajo already, look. Okay. He's there already, look. He's here. Sajo's here. So we've already got a Sajo to put on the on a t-shirt. I've already got him drawn. I'll just put a big green orc wow across the top. I'm into it. We can do that. We can do Sajo. Orcish Joe in a lay-by squatting.
What's the colour of orcs for stealth? Is it purple? If it's purple, you could do a purple Joe.
Brom said the other day that blue is lucky and red goes faster.
Okay.
So purple might be stealth? You're asking the wrong person when it comes to orc narrative, if I'm honest with you. You really are asking the wrong person. I have no idea. Oh my god, the orders are coming rolling in now. Lots of people ordering linked t-shirts, Luce.
They won't expect us to charge their flamers again.
Who's the artist? The artist is a guy called John Scrivens, or Scrivo on social media. His logo is, so on the t-shirt.
Don't tell my partner I got these.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for the 10 gifted as well, Dave. Did you get him? Did you get him? Did you get him? You didn't get him. Walk around, didn't get him. So here, you can start... Oh no, that wasn't his logo after all. I thought it was his logo he put there. Where did he put his logo? Did he not put his logo on the t-shirt? That's naughty of him. You know what? I can't see his logo. Why didn't Scrivo? Why don't you put your logo on the t-shirt, you fucking idiot?
So purple is stealth. So you could do the whole does a Joe shit in the woods and colour him a purple orc. Because there are no purple orcs because they don't expect to see a purple orc because they're super stealthy.
Okay, so purple is stealth. Or...
So a purple Joe. Yeah, now I say it out loud. Maybe not. Scratch that. Ignore that.
Dave, thank you for the tip gift, D. What a legend. Up to 33 of the finest members on this Friday night. You are amazing people. There's going to be 50 people walk around with a Lictor shirt, and when they cross each other, they will just yell Liam at each other. That's my dream, Wakey Medic. Don't even care about the money. Don't even care about the money. Just be part of it. Just want to be part of this great community of amazing people. And if I can get someone... Here's the thing, right? This is genuinely all I give a fuck about as well. If someone walks into a massive event or a GT or something, right, and someone sees that t-shirt, and I don't care if they know it came from us, if someone simply sees that t-shirt and goes, ha ha, that's a win.
Yeah.
That's it, just made someone smile, that makes it a win instantaneously, right? We've had, oh my lord, 1, 2, 3, 4 orders of 5 t-shirts since we've gone live. That's amazing. 5 more t-shirts. This might be our record number now. Hang on.
A 3x3 square of 9 different Joe expressions.
It doesn't have 9 expressions, Warhammer. They'd all look the same. They'd all be exactly the same. They'd just be like, here's Joe sad. Here's Joe excited. Here's Joe just before he comes.
Here's Joe on Christmas morning.
Yeah, that's all you get. That's the only face you get from Joe. Here's Joe when he's just opened the latest Chaos box set, which has every model he's ever wanted in it ever. That's it. That's what you get. Zenak, thank you so much for becoming a Jarl tier member. By the way, chat, the Jarl's only giveaway is currently live in Discord, right? It's currently live in Discord. If you are a Jarl tier member or above, and it's just £4 to upgrade from Skald, but if you're a Jarl tier member or above, right, you just go into Discord, find the council section, click on the giveaway link, which is free. Just click on the giveaway link, job done, right? And if you win, if you are selected at random at the end of the month, you'll win a Combat Patrol box or a Vanguard or Spearhead box of your choosing, and I'll get it delivered to your house. I will, however, need you to give me your address, obviously, but we'll get it delivered to your house, right? That's the point of the expression t-shirt. Be amazing. A chain axe embedded in the Pink Floyd prism with the caption, all in all, you're just another skull for the throne. Oh, I like that one. Oh, let's do that one. Chain axe. Pink Floyd. Prism. Just another. Skull for the throne. And I think I'm going to make that one simply because of how many times you put that comment in every single fucking stream. No one tells me nothing. How do you know Joe's cum face? Because they're all the same, Dave. This is the point. You know all of Joe's faces because you know one of Joe's faces. Literally the point, right? Literally the point. Oh my god, I can't wait to see him in that t-shirt. His little face is going to light up. He's going to be so happy.
We just need to wait for the next golden nugget phrase.
If there's one thing Joe loves...
Took 2 years for this one.
If there's one thing Joe loves, he fucking loves a t-shirt.
He does.
Like Jill and Raffles. He loves a t-shirt. He fucking loves a t-shirt, right? He really, really loves a t-shirt. And after talking to a few people, I found a number of people that really fucking love a t-shirt. Mm-hmm. And there's been a couple of people that have said, oh yeah, I'll collect t-shirts.
Chat plays, where all your wildest dreams come true.
Not if you're the players, Kronos. Not if you're the players. Thanks for the 2, dude. You're a legend. Oh, Stephen Adamson, by the way. Thank you so much for the gifted membership. You're a hero. Mr. the Wargunner still hasn't been sniped. He's still trying. But, oh, hang on.
Picture of Sad Joe captioned the Emperor's finest.
We can get some mileage out of this sad Joe face. But how many of you, this is interesting market research all in itself as well. How many of you legitimately are people that will collect comedy t-shirts or just collect cool t-shirts? And you'll look at your wardrobe and you'll have a wardrobe full of t-shirts and you see a new one and you're like, I have to have it. I don't need it, but I have to have it. How many of you are like that? But I have a wonderful time. We should do that one. That's one we should definitely do. Bye.
Have a wonderful time.
Have a wonderful time. We have to pick out what faction that's going to be for now. Well-designed, clever tees are amazing and worth it. But how? Do people actually collect t-shirts though? Because I think it's Kazarian in the OnlyThings. I think it was Nick in the OnlyThings earlier who said, I second to 40k plastic crack, I collect t-shirts. I like t-shirts. I was like, is this a thing that lots of people do? Like, is it? And apparently, yeah, lots of people do.
I don't get. If you collect the t-shirts and you slowly wear them, I get that. But collecting t-shirts to never wear them, I don't get that.
I don't think anyone collects them to never wear them.
I know someone who has shirts, won't wear them because then they have to go through the wash and then they're not. Then
Really?
they're forever different. Yeah.
Who's that?
I'll tell you after. As soon as
I've muted us both, babe. They can't hear us. Honestly, they can't hear us right now. Tell me now!
Easy idea, just pull up the 40k band name Steam.
40k band name Steam. I'll look at that in a minute. Hang on a minute, chat. Hang on. Oh my god, I can't believe it's that person.
wow, who knew?
Can't believe it's that person. I collect and wear band t-shirts. I don't think I've ever bought a t-shirt or shirt I haven't worn. I've still got a couple of shirts or t-shirts that I don't wear anymore. Like I bought the Southampton, I think it's the Southampton Football Club 120th anniversary shirt. It's the only Saints football shirt I kept because it's an anniversary one. So I've kept it. I don't think it fucking probably fits me anymore, quite frankly. I think I bought that one when I was significantly slimmer. But I've kept that one because it's an anniversary shirt. But I was it 100 years? I can't remember. But I haven't. I don't keep any of the other ones, the Saints ones, because I don't really care. I haven't bought them for a while, to be fair, right? But yeah, and I have some proper shirts which I don't typically wear frequently, but I wear them when we go to weddings or like if I had to have another job interview. Exclamation mark gift. If I had another job interview, then I might wear a shirt again. So I've slimmed it right down. Like when I worked for Rolls Royce, I had loads of shirts.
The Great Hall. The mead is great. The dice rolls a bit shit.
It's true though. It's true. But thanks for the time. I had like 10 shirts when I worked at Rolls Royce. I've got like 3 or something now.
It blows my mind when I've never known men to be bad at this. So in my experience, it has just been a woman problem. But they'll go through their drawers and there's clothes with the tag still on. So they've not even tried it on. And then there'll be numerous items and you'll think, how much money could you have just set fire to then? Because you haven't, and now you've grown out of them, or you're pregnant, so now they won't fit. Like, and you're way past the refund date.
I'm a person who, firstly, when I buy a t-shirt, what normally happens is when it turns up, I have to put it on straight away. Have to test it. So first things first, because I do a lot of my shopping online.
Yeah.
Right? First things first, I have to check it fits immediately. So I'll put it on with the tags in. So if it fits, great. I'll take all the tags out there and then. If it doesn't fit, tags are in. I can send it back. Right? Because I do all my shopping online because I don't like going in shops because I don't like people. Okay? Right? So that's we'll do that shop rant in a minute. So that's the first thing I do. And then typically if it fits, I'll take the tags out, put it back on, wear it for the day. And then inevitably that night, take it off with all the black fluff all over you because you haven't actually washed it before you wear it, right?
Yeah.
There has been rare occasions where I've worn a t-shirt 2 to 3 times and it's gone to charity. And that's typically because it goes in the wash 2 to 3 times and the print fucks off already.
Yeah.
You're like, I mean, normally they're not very expensive, so you don't mind too much because they weren't expensive in the first place. Yeah. But that typically then makes me go, I'm not buying from that place again. I'm not buying that type of t-shirt again or from that company again. I've been told we've done previous Great Hall versions of this same t-shirt, and I've been told the print on those has held up. So I'm hopeful the print on these has held up. And trust me, we don't make a huge markup on these, so I'm hoping that means that they're actually in a very decent. I've just seen the name of the person who's just gifted 20 as well, by the way. I'm hoping that means they're a decent print quality, which is amazing. And the ones I've picked go up to 5XL, which is obviously important for wargamers, to be fair. So I think the sizing's pretty accurate. This one, what did I get for 3XL? I think it fucking swamps me, to be fair. So I normally wear an XL, so that sounds about right. So thank you so much for the 20 gifted memberships, by the way. Chapter Master, Camel Toe. It's just a disappointed face from Luke, John. I hope you're aware. Luke has just looked sad at me. I wore my Iron Maiden t-shirt to my last job interview. Did they instantly hire you? Amazon gets me my shirts. It's great. I hate shopping. Oh, wee man. In that regard, you're like my fucking spirit animal.
I have come to really hate the idea of a job interview. Because I want to say to a potential new boss, once they've interviewed me, and then they say, do you have any questions? I want to say, how bullshitty is the bullshit amongst the staff? Because I really can't be fucked with it. I just want to turn up to work, have a pleasant time and make some work friends. But how much drama do you have going on here? Because I don't have capacity for it.
In fact, she asked me that question.
I want to ask that question, but I know you can't.
Well, no.
And you have to say thank you.
So I went from the first 2/3, I reckon, of my professional life to doing.
The only Saints shirt I still own is a signed framed FA Cup winners shirt I won at a charity auction. Lettuce was the auctioneer and I couldn't say no to Lagarde.
That is in fact his correct name, Mr. the Buckshot. You are right. I have some stuff still signed by him here somewhere. So what was I going to say? So the first 2/3 of my professional career, right, I was the person being interviewed, going for jobs, going for promotions, that kind of stuff. Well, actually, it's a lie. The first third of my career, that didn't really happen. I was in the army. You don't really have an interview process. The second third of my career, when I left the army, I did lots of interviews to get different jobs until I got to Siemens and Rolls-Royce. When I was at Siemens and Rolls-Royce in management, I switched the side of the chair that I was sat on. So I was no longer the person who was doing. Who's being interviewed. I was the person doing the interviews, right? I love doing interviews and hate them at the same time.
Yeah.
And I say that because sometimes, I look at my calendar for Rolls-Royce and I'm like, oh my fucking God, I've got 2 full days of interviews to get through because of the number of essentially relatively decent candidates. So I've got, say, 8 to 9 people to interview and I've got 2 spaces, right? 2 days of interviewing is long when you're asking the same fucking question over and over again. And quite often, you get these mundane, generic, bullshitty answers. And you're like, you've not really told me anything about you there at all. Yeah. You know, you've not really done anything particularly impressive there. I love it because on occasion, you get the absolute gem. And he or she will start talking straight away and you'll be like, oh, hang on.
Candidate.
Oh, this person's interesting. And then typically those interviews go quite quickly, actually. They're really, really good. But one of the most frustrating things I ever found was I used to structure my interviews. We would do competency-based questions. We'd already done an assessment at this point as well. So what we used to do is we used to do assessment so we could basically judge their knowledge because we was an engineering position. We would then get them to do their own, I love this part, everyone hates it. I'd get them to do their own video interview and send that in first. So they had a list of questions and they had to record themselves.
Oh, God,
right?
no.
I'm a dick who sits in front of the camera for a living now. And I was doing this at the point, and we used to get them to video themselves. What do you know about Rolls-Royce, right? then what makes me laugh the most with these particular things, right, is you got given the questions beforehand. So it wasn't like we went live on camera. What do you know about Rolls-Royce? Fuck, I'm on the spot here. It was, here's a bunch of questions. I want you to record yourself answering the questions, right?
Okay.
So if you read the question and you go, what do I know about Rolls-Royce? Now, what I would do is I'm like, right, so I'm specifically applying for Rolls-Royce Power Systems UK, all right? And I'm specifically applying to join their rail division as a mechanical engineer. So I'm going to get on fucking Google. I'm going to learn everything I can before I answer that question. And some people did that. It was very clear because you'd have the Google page open in front of you and you'd be like, bang, 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 bang. Yep, they've Googled it. But at least they've done some research.
At least, yeah.
That's a tick in the box as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Some people didn't do that research. That was much worse. But I did genuinely thoroughly enjoy watching people fucking squirm on camera. And you're like, I don't know, no one's the other side of the camera. No one's there, but they weren't. Some of them weren't comfortable, and some people would be sat like it was funny. They obviously have a webcam, or they'd put their phone up on a shelf. They'd be sat there in a shirt and tie in their own little living room, talking to the camera. And some people would just be holding their video camera on their sofa in their fucking pants, and you're like, doing? You're still a part of the application process, you clown. So we do that, right? And then that would be like our first 2 stages of sift. So we do a CV sift. Depending on the CV, we might then go to the video stage. Depending on the video stage and the assessment, we then go to the formal interview stage, and we bring them in for a formal interview. And the formal interview stage, because we've done the video stage is ready. I always like the fact that I'd already seen you and you hadn't seen me yet. I love that immediately because it gives me a degree of familiarity, so I'm quite chilled, which means the only real nervous person in the room is them.
Right.
And then you can make them a bit more comfortable, right? And you start with conversation, have a bit of a joke or whatever, and then we'd move in. And I'd explain I'd explain everything. I'd explain the whole process. Like, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to use competency-based questions. So I'm going to ask you to describe a time where you've had to do a blah, 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 right? And what I really want you to do is try and give me an answer back in the star-based format. And most people know the star-based format, right? Situation, task, action, review. So what was the situation? What was your particular task? What actions did you take? And review the situation. How did it work? Right? That's how we want people to give an answer. And we get them to do that. And once we've done the whole, and I would say to them, like, we've got the competency-based questions. And at the end, I've got 15 minutes aside. 15 minutes is quite a long time in an interview. At the end, I've got 15 minutes aside for you to ask me any questions that you have. Right? I tell them that right at the start of the interview. And I can't tell you how disappointing it was for me, and I genuinely mean this, to get to the end of this in-depth process where so far the testing has been completely one way. Right?
Yeah.
I've got you to do a video interview. I've got you to fill out an assessment. I've got you to send me your CV so I can decide whether I think you're good enough. And I've asked you competency-based questions that you've had to answer. I'm now giving you 15 minutes to ask me any questions about the job, the company, me, potentially your future line manager, right? And people go, not really got anything. Or, what's the salary?
Yes.
You know what the salary is because the recruiter's already fucking told you.
But I've always been the minimum wage worker, so I don't even need to know what the salary is because it's a government minimum wage. But I do feel conflicted about the salaried question because there's no point interviewing for a job that already pays too little. You're wasting everyone's time because life does cost money. You might be a single parent where you absolutely have to hit this monthly income. That's the bare minimum you have to hit. So if you're going for a job where they haven't disclosed the salary, you could be potentially wasting everyone's time. Possibly.
Maybe. I kind of disagree. And the only reason why I kind of disagree is because... I personally don't like when companies don't tell salaries. I don't like it. And it's something that will turn me off the job. I just want a band. I don't even want a specific number. If you tell me that the job is going to pay between 20 and 30 or 40 and 50 or 80 and 90, whatever it might be, tell me that that's the band and I can go, that is close to roughly what I need to live or what I need to survive or whatever it might be. That being said, I have interviewed people that have come in for a role, let's say a basic engineer's job. We've read their CV and we've gone, they're pretty fucking impressive. We've done the interview and we've gone, they're really fucking impressive. And what I've done in the past is I've turned an individual away for a base level job. And I've spoken to the recruitment agency and said, we're going to reject this individual. However, we have this other position, which is more senior. We want to consider them for that role instead. So they've come in for job A, and we're going to offer them job B because they're actually that impressive that they probably are worth it. And so if they had never applied for the job in the first place because it was, quote, below them, maybe that's not the right phrase, then perhaps we would have never seen them, because some people also won't have applied for the other job because they perhaps don't think they're good enough for it. And we actually went through that process and we ended up hiring someone for a higher position than what they originally applied for. And we based it off, we didn't even interview them again. We based it off of their original interview.
Because it was so
and
good.
And they got the job.
Yeah.
And they accepted. There was a risk that they go, oh, I don't want anything that stressful. I only wanted the original job. But the problem you have is if you hire someone far too qualified for a basic job, the problem you have there is they're probably going to get bored quite quickly. And the biggest cost to business normally is the recruitment and training process.
I feel like with interviews now, I'm slightly braver, but then who isn't when you get to your mid-30s and you've got a smidge of life experience behind you now. But I think also, if you could be so frank in an interview that when they go, what's your best qualities? I wish you could say, really? Are we really doing these questions? I'm not 18. I'm not fresh out of college.
No, their questions are bollocks. They're absolutely bollocks.
Why are we, again, wasting time?
That's why we use competency-based questions. By the way, chat, don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. Scrivo's here.
The man himself.
Scrivo, I noticed that your logo for you, your little signature, isn't on the Lictor shirt anywhere.
How could you?
Which is fine, but I really want to... I really, really want to credit you. I really want to credit you. You didn't put your little... Anyway, here's Scrivo, chat. He's in chat right now. He is the beautiful, beautiful author and artist of this t-shirt. Scrivo, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Hang on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... 12, 13. I've got 14 t-shirt ideas, Scrivo. Now, we're not going to do them all at one go because I can't afford to do all 14. But yeah, I know you like making t-shirts. You're up for some more t-shirts. Asbo's a great name too. What the fuck? Great question. Ask the interviewer what is his favourite thing about, or her favourite thing about working for the company, and what have you done that you're most happy about. But this is the thing, right? 100%. 100% I think people should... Interviews are two-way. It is 100%. It is an opportunity for the company to look at the individual, right? And it is definitely normally, the pressure is definitely normally on the individual because normally they want the job. But the company hasn't opened a job application because, fuck it, why not? They've opened a job application because they need a person to fill that role. So they need a person to come into that role. They need to find the best person they can.
I've found that I way overanalyze people in interviews.
Really?
Because I'll walk into the room and the first thing I notice is overall demeanor and body language and attitude towards the room, never mind the job. So if they're like sitting down and they sigh, or they're a bit disheveled or whatever, I'm going, okay, first impressions. Shouldn't have showered. Shouldn't have bothered.
Yeah.
Just come in straight off the
bat.
bat.
Because you also want to come in under a strong team, strong management, decent supervisor, right? You want all those things.
And then when you get the job, just sit in the staff room because they'll go, oh, new girl's here. Well done. And you can time it. Who's the first one to bitch?
Yeah,
who's the first one to leave the room? Because then you'll go, right, this dickhead is the drama llama.
So I never really had that... I never really had that issue because management doesn't typically have that issue. Yeah. But staff room politics is a thing, obviously. Wee Man, thank you so much for 5 gifted memberships. You're a legend. Josh the Enigma, thank you for 1 more. We're on to 62 new t-shirt designs we've got to do so far, right? Appreciate you wanting that. No, maybe it wouldn't translate well to the t-shirt, to be fair. But yeah, but I want people to know it's you. I like to think that in general now our audience is very, 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 very much aware of the fact that I am 100% an individual who always wants to give credit where credit is due. Always want to give credit where credit's due. Okay? And the artwork is beautiful. The t-shirt's amazing. We've sold like 40, so it's too late now, mate. They've been selling, but you know.
I did have one interview that I didn't get the job, and I didn't get it because I didn't I obviously didn't answer the question correctly, but I didn't answer it. How can I word it? They teed me up for a scenario where I should have said, you've breached regulation, that scenario should never happen. But instead I panicked because I didn't want to sound rude.
Okay.
So I didn't get the job.
Why?
I know. Why do I not want to sound rude when I should say that scenario should never happen because of this regulation? Thank you for teeing me up for that.
Yeah.
Now you know that I do have my MVQ level 2, blah, blah, blah. Even though in my head I was going, that's not right. Why would you do that to someone?
My mods were being aggressive tonight. Oh, Gaz and Kyle were clicking at the same time, and I nuked the dickhead first.
He is a knob.
Yeah. He's been a knob on a few streams, and now he's a knob that can't chat anymore.
I thought he was a knob on the last stream, and I was like,
He was definitely a knob last week, and we spoke about it in the Thanes because some of the comments that I put on there, and I said that if he continues, then we'll just ban the fucker.
I think he's just a bit lonely.
I think he's very lonely, and I'll be honest with you, I think he's a bit of a virgin. To be honest.
Yeah.
He also commented earlier in the stream, well, the only question I ask as an interview is, when do I start? And I was like,
Wow.
well, if I was interviewing you, it'd be like, you can start right now, walking out the fucking room.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Go home, dickhead.
Yeah.
Which is basically what we've just told him to do. Bye.
I definitely suffer from the not wanting to sound rude and then...
But have you been do you think you've been in a situation at an interview before where you've come across as rude?
No, because I consciously filter that out.
It's interesting that you've never actually been rude, but you're always worried about being rude.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But,
like normally that would be, I feel like normally that would be shaped by an experience.
I think it's like the hippy dippy side now. I think it's the societal rough edge smoothing that happens on impressionable girls and young women when they go into the working world. You very quickly look at the women who are in that workplace and you go, right, I don't want to be like her, I do want to be like her, and then that shapes you. So
Yeah.
But the guys interview so much more confidently than girls do, I think. I'm constantly worried about sounding rude.
In my last role, I hired a girl I hired a woman for an engineer's role. And CV, incredibly impressive. Ex-Ream engineer on the old thing.
Nice.
Interviewed like shit.
No.
Yeah, interviewed really badly. But although interviewed badly, gave good answers, but interviewed badly. Like incredibly nervous, fidgety, really uncomfortable. Like it was hard getting answers out of her. And it's interesting because often the guys can be really cocksure of themselves. And sometimes as an interviewer, that's like a bit worried about your attitude. Because if you think you're a fucking know-it-all,
right, you're going to make a mistake.
You're the person that's going to make a mistake.
Yeah.
And when you make a mistake on aircraft or trains, people can die. That's a fucking problem. So I need you to not make a mistake because I'm your manager. So I'm one of the first people in the courts if shit goes wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was interesting that I found we interviewed I interviewed quite a few women actually. They were always more nervous, interestingly. But I also think part of that maybe is because engineering in general has historically been a relatively male-dominated space.
Yeah.
And I think all the engineering jobs I've ever had, 2-3 women maximum normally, and sometimes when you get to management level, there was a few more. But typically on the shop floor, at least, you were on the shop floor at Siemens, at Northam, you were on the shop floor at Eastleigh, shop floor at any of my depots that I ran when I was at Rolls-Royce, 1 to 2 normally. That's it. There's not a lot, and I think that's partly why they were quite nervous because they are coming into quite a male-dominated space. And some of them came in and absolutely smashed it and made the fucking men look shit, quite frankly.
I think also what is detrimental in a workplace is when some members of staff are happy to do extra duties that are not within their pay grade, they're not really qualified for, but they want to look good in front of the boss, and then those who are being safe and saying, no, I will not be doing that because I'm not qualified, it's not within my pay grade, I'm not happy to do it, I will make a mistake and I will be the one in trouble. You're then the difficult one.
Yeah.
And you end up undervaluing your rate now because you're actually doing extra duties for no extra pay. And then you're dipping below minimum wage. And that happens a lot.
I have opinions.
And then it gets filtered. I don't want to be difficult. I don't want to be rude, but I don't know how to say no
There's
without
a bunch
being difficult and rude.
I'm going to read some of the comments out in a minute. I'm watching chat, don't worry. I'm still watching at the same time. I'm going to sound mildly controversial. There's a bunch of social media content out there that's like, you don't get paid extra for going above and beyond. Do the bare minimum. Turn up on time. Leave on time. Don't turn up early. Don't leave late. Perfectly reasonable. You can do that. 100% you can do that. You can do that every single day of your working life. Nothing wrong with that at all. Don't fucking cry when you get looked over for promotion. I'm the individual, always there early, always left late, always go above and beyond. And I raced through, you've been with me for it. I raced through my career when I left the forces. Raced through it. Because I came in early, I left late. And my senior management job at Rolls-Royce, I got headhunted for. I like to think that's because of the way I was in my previous job. So those people that give you that advice that say, just turn up on time, it's a giant corporation, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't. If you leave, they will just replace you. 100% true. They will just replace you without fail. But then when it comes to promotions, and you and your mate and your other mate are all applying for the same job, and you've got the exact same level of qualifications and the exact same CV because you've all helped each other write it, and you've all done the exact same interview, and you and your mate have gone, I'm only turning up on time, I'm only leaving on time, I'm not going above and beyond, and I'm going to keep swearing at my manager, I'm going to keep calling him a cunt. Guess what? It's the third guy who did come in early, who did leave late, who didn't complain, who just got on with it. He's probably the guy getting the fucking promotion. He just is. Especially if you interview the same, CV's the same, qualifications are the same. Probably get an interview. Kai says, best interview ever. I asked, sell me this ashtray, expecting the university answer. He smashed it on the floor and said, do you want to buy an ashtray?
What?
Well, you then need an ashtray, don't you? Because you just broke your one. Best salesman I've ever seen, he said. That's fucking amazing. Who's a knob? I won't mention names, Kai, but you won't see his name again because he's been banned now. Fuck him. And 40k Medic says, I've noticed a lot more knobs entering stream lately. The thing is, Mr. the 40k Medic, we've obviously had that recent narrative-based update to the custodies, which unfortunately has brought a lot of knobs out of the woodwork. And some individuals have shown some real true colours. And when I say some true colours, that doesn't mean I disagree with this narrative and I'm therefore saying that you're a fucking misogynistic arsehole. That's not what we're saying. I'm not going down that path. That's not what we're doing. If you don't like the narrative change and you disagree with it, I'm more than happy to have an adult conversation with any single person who has that opinion, and we can have that discussion, and we can agree or we can disagree, and we can agree to disagree. We can all be grown-ups. We can all continue playing toy soldiers and enjoying the hobby. They're not the people that I'm talking about. The people that I'm talking about are vile, vulgar, disgusting human beings who then just put fucking just shitty comments all the time, and it's just oppressive and boring, and people don't need to see that. And he was one of those individuals, and he's now gone. So when you say you're seeing more of them, unfortunately, when we have this kind of update that goes on in the law, some of these people come out of the woodwork a little bit more. And I have made it very clear. Do you know what? I'm building a custodians army right now. And guess what? None of them will be women. They'll all be men, because my custodians army will all be men. And if another person builds a custodians army and all of their custodians are women, I just don't care. I don't care enough. I care about playing toy soldiers.
Surely if there was a custodians army that was all women, you'd probably do what you always do and be like, good paint job.
Yeah, cool.
And you'd
cool
probably
conversions.
ask to pick one up and have a look at it.
The whole point of 40k, if you go back to the 40k's origins, the whole point of 40k was a narrative sandbox where anybody can create anything they want. The narrative sandbox. The lore background originally was obscure on purpose so that people could literally create anything they wanted, and it could be viable. And you can kit bash and you can convert and you can do whatever you want, right? Whatever you want. And people have made squat Space Marine armies, and people have made all kinds of shit out there, all kinds of stuff, right? And no one's ever batted an eyelid. But oh no, a custodian's a female, people get really upset about that one and really triggered. And I feel quite sorry for some of the people that get triggered as badly as they actually get triggered, because it must be a pretty tragic place to be. That being said, I'll still have a mature and adult conversation with them, and they can tell me their opinion, and I'll be like, I get it, cool, okay, I'm a grown-up. I can accept other people's opinions, even if they're not mine. I can accept another person's opinion, right? And if another person gives me their opinion, it doesn't matter how far left or right that opinion is, as long as we're having a respectful discussion, cool. You have your opinion, I have my opinion. One of the things that makes humans so incredibly beautiful is the fact that we're all different. It's an amazing part of being a human is that we're all different, so we can have those conversations. That's fine. However, every time we have this conversation, the subscriber numbers on the channel are going down when we have these conversations. And what's happening is some of the community, thankfully for me, are self-filtering. Cool. Let them self-filter. I don't mind. At some point, it will settle down. And even like, I'm genuinely hoping that even some of the people that don't like the narrative change are in the audience going, yeah, fair enough. I agree. Like, do I like the narrative change? Not really. I didn't think it needed to happen. I don't think it's something that needed to exist. And I also feel like they could have gone about it a completely different way. But do I really, really, really get worked up and care? No, I don't. I don't mind. If a person turned up, right, for me personally, my narrative brain says, because of all the law that exists currently, we should never, ever, 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 ever have female Space Marines. Because narratively...
Female Space Marines?
Yep, female Space Marines. Because the narrative specifically states that only male bodies can take the gene enhancement and surgical changes required to build an Astartes. The narrative says that. So narratively speaking, we should never have female Space Marines. If I went to a GT and a man turned up and stood across the table with me and he built, or a woman for that matter, and they built a whole Space Marine army, and they converted the whole thing to female, I'd be like, fucking cool army. Let's play a game.
Because the rules would be the same.
The rules would be exactly the same.
Yeah. Okay.
And honestly, my honest opinion is, if Games Workshop came out tomorrow and said, we're going to retcon the law, we're going to change it, we're going to change what we've written previously about only men can have it, and we're actually going to bring female Space Marines, and I'm like, cool, okay, it's your law. And if I really, 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 really fucking hate it enough, if I really hate it enough that it drives me so far away from this hobby that I don't want to play anymore, I'd respectfully say I don't like it. I don't want to be part of this. And what I wouldn't do is treat every fucking individual streams and YouTube pages and Facebook pages like a fucking airport. You do not need to consistently and constantly announce your departure. Here's my fun thing as well. My fun thing is when the typical airport person comes into a stream to announce their departure and they don't get a response and they spend half an hour announcing their departure. And I'm gonna be like, you've missed your fucking flight, mate. Anyway. Rap merch sounds amazing. What about Mad Larkin got it? Pic of Joe saying he is such a lovely wang t-shirt. Anywho, that's that done, right? And that the particular individual that got banned, Kai, don't worry, it's not you. The particular individual that got banned had made a number of comments in that line that were not very nice. And I thought he got banned the other night. And what Gaz had actually done was just deleted the message because Gaz is an incredible mod who's on it. And my mods are pretty fair, right? My mods are pretty good. My mods are like, will give people the benefit of the doubt more often than not. And often, the written text can often be taken out of context. Again, another reason why I like face-to-face interviews. Written text can be taken out of context.
What I like about our mod team is sometimes during stream, my Discord will flash up and it'll be... What do we reckon, Luce? What do we reckon? And I'm like, I don't know the jargon. I'm leaning on you.
So I like to take the approach in general. I always like to take the approach, give people the benefit of the doubt. And if they say something that looks like it's really controversial, what I really want to do is I want to ease it out of them. Like, what are you actually trying to say here?
Yeah.
Like, is it actually as controversial as it comes across? What are you trying to say?
Are you trying
and
to be
9 times
funny?
out of 10, I've read a comment. I've even read a comment that comes into YouTube, and it'll flash up on my phone, and you can't see it, but I get a little notification that says YouTube Studio, new comment, and I'll read the comment, and it'll get my back up immediately, and I'll be annoyed. So what I won't do at that point is go and actually read the comment, and I'll be annoyed by it. And then eventually what I'll do is I'll sit down and I go, right, dickhead, I'll have a cup of tea, and I'm ready to fucking fight the world. And I'll open it, I'll read it again, I'm like, oh no, I've taken that out of context.
Yeah.
Like, now I've read it again, it's fine, right? It's good, it's a good message. It's not a problem. And sometimes when I see them on live streams, especially when you're skimming, reading, talking to you, talking to chat, drinking, all at the same time, very easy to misinterpret. So I like to be like, what are you saying, mate? What are you saying? And sometimes I'm like, oh, I mean this. I'm like, oh, that makes much more sense. Makes much more sense.
Oh, you're not a tosser.
And sometimes I'll respond, I'm like, oh, bye. but I do say to the mods, right, give people the benefit of the doubt. And here's another thing that I normally do, right? Normally, if it's the first time I've recognised a name's caused me problems, and I'm the one that's done doing the banning, normally I'll ban them because I don't want them on the stream at all. It's quick for me. It's really quick for me to ban. It's a pain in the ass for me to put them in timeout, right? So I'll ban them. The next morning, I will actively go into YouTube and unban them. So I've had a 24-hour ban. Let's see if you calm down.
Right,
sometimes they come straight in back in the chat and start being a cunt again. And then I'm like, gone, see you later. Now it's a permanent ban. Now it's a permanent ban. John McCardle, thank you so much for 5 gifted memberships. CJ, I don't know if you mentioned it, but thank you for upgrading to Yarl. I think I did get that one already. Stephen Witham, thank you also for 5 gifted memberships. Mr. the Darryl with a gifted as well, after being gifted. He's gifted.
You're going too fast. You're going too fast. I'm trying to chill out.
Thank you so much.
Too fast.
74 of the finest memberships. We are £3 away from my normal super chat goal. We are 26 members away from my normal members goal. Can I get banned? I've never been banned before. No, John. No, we need you far too much. No, John. God damn. If I banned John McCardle today, on Saturday I'd have the fucking studio up for sale. My mod's ban every jerk from the yard. They're like, it's better than yours. Dang right, we're better than yours. I started reading that without realising what he was doing then. Poor old Evan Manello. John McCullough, how do you get in YouTube jail so much? You must have a cell with your name on it. They do. Anyway, there we go. Just a little bit of an explanation. I genuinely try not to ban people. I don't like banning people. I like to try and ease the adult conversation out of people. Mm-hmm. And there's been times before where people have engaged with really snarky or shitty comments, and I've eased the adult conversation out of them. We've had a conversation. They've turned out to be a sound individual. Like, oh, see, look, you're not a dick. Look at that.
Going back to the interview thing, something that I think I always fall down on is that I'm really, really quite typical. So when there's that little box at the bottom, any interesting facts about yourself? You're like, no.
That's a lie.
I'm pretty typical, really boring. I'll turn up on time always. And if you need a shift covering last minute, I will walk over hot coals to try and cover it for you, even if it means neglecting my own day that I have planned with my family, because I cannot bear to let people down. And then it's, what's your hobbies? This is really boring. I knit, sew, and bake. Yeah.
That's not really boring news.
It is though.
No, but it's not.
Is, because they'll go.
Chat, you fucking tell her.
No, because like how many of us do that?
None anymore. No one.
Do that.
No one's in the 50s now, Luce.
It's not like I'm a skydiving instructor. People go, whoa, how did you find yourself in that job? It's not as cool as that. Or people will go, oh yeah, my nan used to do that. Yeah, great.
40k Manic, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Up to 80. CJ says, t-shirt idea. Only here for the Luke fact.
And I like Dave B's one, Rantosaurus Rex.
Oh no, we don't need that.
Yes, we do.
No,
but it
no.
needs to be a hand sock puppet, Rantosaurus.
Oh, I'm the Borosaurus.
Not actually a dinosaur, just a hand sock puppet.
Yeah.
With 2 sewn on eyes.
First time I've had the chance to sit through the whole stream of yours, Liam. Welcome, Jason. How's it going, dude? Luckily enjoying it whilst painting. Good man. Good man. I'm going to, hopefully at some point this weekend, airbrush some custodians. I might airbrush some Lumineth as well. And then I might start painting some custodians on stream on Monday. I'm going to be painting them shadow keepers, I've decided. Right? Not boring, it's unique because women are too big and important to bother with cooking and knitting. Exactly.
No, but it's
so what he's saying is, you're not big and important.
Aww.
He says women are too big and important to bother with cooking and knitting. There you go, Lise. You're bang average.
But it's either really, really mainstream, or it's just, oh, my nan used to do that. And I go, yeah.
So so who was it who has all the shirts that you don't wear?
No.
Fuck. Ah. Make me sad. Anyway, thank you, Mr. 40k Medic, for the 5 gifted. We are 20 away. Just 20 gifted members away from our target. We are well off the members record. I'm just throwing that out there. We're actually 1,026 away.
Just 1,026.
Yeah, we've got 10 minutes, 1,026 minutes away. I'm painting custodians right now. I'm into them at the moment.
What I should do is reframe the knitting, crochet, sewing, and baking. Reframe it so, you know when companies try and reword job types to make them sound. Yeah, I need to do that.
I'm a refuse technician. You're a bin man.
What's wrong with the bin man? We need the bin men. They're essential.
So how do we? Okay, so how
do we tart up? Maybe it's that. Maybe I just need to reframe it.
Yeah.
So I meticulously sew together fabric that was once whole, and I cut it up.
You are not good at
and
this.
then I sew it back together again for fun. Or, I don't know. I like to find out how yeast works.
You.
I just need to reframe it. Maybe that's the conversation. Luce, what are you saying here?
So
that whole sentence there is I bake.
So
Sentence.
So you're a multi-skilled worker, right, who follows technical instruction to create complex product.
That sounds like I've cured cancer, and I haven't. I've
Tied it
just
up
made
for
a
you.
cake.
You asked for management speak. I tied it up for you. There we go. I tied it up for you, right? I did a better job of it than you.
Okay.
I like to know how yeast works.
But then they might go, I like her. She's quirky. We should give her a job.
Yarn creator. John McCardle, thank you for the gifted membership. Wargunner says, come on, you guys. I need a membership. Keep donating to Liam. I love you, Wargunner. Keep doing that for me, mate. You're amazing. That description makes Lou sound insane. I can make anything sound amazing. Carl said, he's gone back to it, Luce. He's gone back to it. Luce is the educator.
Yeah. My favourite interview story was when poor Remy dog had blocked anal glands. And the vet taught me how to express a dog's anal glands. And I told the story how I had to manhandle a very leggy border collie onto the dinner table, pin her down, and pretty much finger blast her anally to get the juices going. I did get the room laughing. I'll give them that. They remembered that story.
150 men's ears just pricked up then, Luce. Hang on, what was that? Finger blasting to get the anal juices going?
Yeah, pretty much. That was, me and Emmy got very close that day. She trusts me implicitly now.
Unbelievable. The amount of paintbrushes just hit the desk then. What was this?
What are you talented
Normally
in?
I only listen to this on incognito mode.
She felt much better after. It was all sorted.
A gaming sticker. What did I just come back to? Exactly. Lots of experience with Liam, I assume. How else do you get those juices flowing, Mad Larkin? Evan, thank you for the gifted membership. What a legend. Up to 82. Just 82 members. Amazing. Sounds like a Pornhub video. Yeah, I know, yeah.
Poor dog.
Laser car. Darryl says, I knew a girl like that.
It's because she was really poorly as a puppy, had parvo, and it ruins your intestines and everything, and she kept on getting blocked glands. And with a poorly puppy, we had a 3-month-old.
Yeah, basically.
So going down to the vet was a whole thing of the change bag and have I got bottles, all the rest. And I said to the vet, I can't keep coming down here. Can you teach me to do it?
Scott says, this doesn't count as a loose fact, does it?
Well, I can tell you how to do it if you want to know. And the vet said to me, sure, if you go and wash your hands all the way up to your elbows and then put the gloves on, I'll talk you through it. So she taught me how to do it.
Amazing.
Because I just couldn't keep coming down there.
Cornet Ed says, that may well become the most snip stream section ever. No, Dave, we're not putting on a t-shirt.
I did get that job in that interview when I told that story.
Christopher says, is Luce trying to compete with Story Time with Joe? Tony Winnick! Oh my God! 20 gifted memberships, Tony. Thank you so much. You and Mr. the Ballsack, who's not called Mr. the Ballsack anymore, he's called something else. Thank you so much for 20 gifted, getting us over the target. All we need now is to hit the super chat goal, and I will go to sleep a happy man tonight, and I'll go to sleep a double happy man, because Saturdays for us in this house is no alarm clock day. Double happy man. Double happy man.
But I did get that job when I told that
I'm sure
story.
you did, yeah.
I got that job.
Male boss?
No, female boss, one of my favourite bosses.
Did Mr. the Wargunner get gifted there? Did he? I can't see. A guy called Giuseppe got gifted. Amazing. Thank you so much, Tony, for the gifted. You are a hero. It says 101. It's actually 102. We're 2 over. Which means, interestingly, 48 away from 150.
Nice.
That's it?
Nice.
Normally it is, she doth protest too much. No, it's just nice. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, well, beautiful. Elecman, you must not have gifted turned on though, Elecman, because you've been here enough times, or you must have like a brand account or something, to be fair. Thank you, Tony, for the 20. You're an absolute hero. I loved you. Loved you? I love you. Not I loved you. It's not past tense, it's present tense. Have you got your stuff ready?
I'm just doing it now.
Not the... I'm on about the fact. Are you facting now, are you?
I got so good at it, I could be job done in like 5 minutes.
Liam must stay on stream until I get one. I mean, we can go a little bit longer, but no promises.
And I even got so good that if I did not have myself a dinner table to put the leggy collie on, then I could put her hind quarters on my thigh, pin her against the wall.
Now you know, chat. Now you know what. Now you know why I come to stream with my 3 blinking eyes and looking so tired all the time. I live in a constant state of fear in this house. One day I'm just pinned up against the wall. I'm like, no! Mad Larkin, thank you for the 5 gifted. Kyle asks if they've gotten turned on. I know for a fact that Wargunner's got his turned on because he's had it before. I have to enable an ability to receive gifts. How do I do that? Fucking hell, poor old Elect man. It's in your settings. So if you go to YouTube, if you go to, is it in your accounts? Is it Google account? Purchases and memberships? No, it's not in purchases and memberships. Is it in settings? Channel status and features, advanced settings, Google's account, parent settings, membership, Google account settings. I don't remember where it is. People in sharing, payment and subscriptions. Normally it just pops up. It normally just pops up underneath a membership box that says allow gifts. And you just click it and say, yeah, I allow gifts. But yeah, you do have to turn it. If you've never turned it on, then logically the default is it's turned off. I found it somewhere. Where did I find it? Go back to YouTube. YouTube. I can't find it anymore. Settings? Channel status and features? Nope, not there. Oh, I don't remember where I found it. You find it somewhere. You can find it somewhere. I must make one hell of a Valentine night for Liam. That's why I need 2 days off. Liam, that offer of staying over one night, I'll have to refuse. I thought you'd be the opposite, Darryl. I'll be honest with you.
Well, as long as you don't scooch on the carpet, I won't come near you, Darryl.
Normally, for the people that, if they haven't got gifted turned on, normally you click the little gifted button and there's like a thing that you says allow gifts on it. But you do it in your settings somewhere, but I can't remember where you do it. Click the join button in the 3 dots.
Currently building some Skitari Rangers that tomorrow will be painted by following the War Hipster How to video.
Good man, Weiss2K. Great videos. That's the War Hipster legend. Fair play building and painting Skitari Rangers, considering... I mean, you get more now. It's a fair play.
5 rounds, 5 hours, bombardment.
Bombardment! Thanks, Morty, for the tier as well. You people are amazing. We love you. You're all beautiful. Well, the wedding anniversary is coming, Liam, by Luke's and Marigolds.
Help is on the way.
Help is on the way, dear.
I didn't use marigolds. I used latex gloves and then...
Just spat on it.
The vet recommended the blue Durex tube. She was like, obviously don't use strawberry flavour because the poor dog might be allergic.
Super chat train. Choo choo.
It is a super chat train.
So in my basket one day, I had latex gloves, Durex lube,
it is in
and
fact
some dog treats for being a very good girl.
It is in fact our wedding anniversary this Tuesday coming, chat, by the way. And sometimes Luce doesn't join in on Mondays, so this might be your only opportunity to super chat all 144 of you now, £5 to say happy anniversary. It's top of your page under join. Oh, I can't join my own page, maybe that's why I can't see it. But thank you for the super chats anyway. You people are amazing. You're all wonderful humans. We love you dearly. Took me ages to find it the other day. It's definitely on. Didn't you say the other day it's changed now and the gifts people that aren't online as well? It does, yeah. It gives anyone. Gives absolutely anyone. But you have to still have allow gifts turned on. But now, it used to be that you had to allow for individual channels. And now you click allow for just YouTube in general, right? For the whole of YouTube, I think now you can just click allow generically and everybody can get one. Oh, Bath lost to Saracens. That makes me a sad panda. I'm a sad panda. Liam's getting excited for 2 days off after the anniversary. Well, I'm glad that the next stream after the anniversary I'm sat down, Madlark. Can we put it that way? Yeah, but Liam hates latex gloves. We've had the chat. I don't like latex gloves at all. Not a fan. They're horrible. You can field nearly 1,000 points. 1,000 in points of Rangers and Vanguard Scutari alone. Jesus fucking Christ.
Fabia Spile. I'm something of a scientist myself.
Thanks, Kyle, for the tea, dude. not Fabius Bike. Not Fabius Bike, Kyle. Stu Will, thank you for 5 more gifted. We're on 111. Bolt 111.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you, Mr. the Medic, as well. Now, in seriousness, I'm going to stop now before it gets silly because we are supposed to be finishing the stream right now. I don't know if you can tell by these little piss eyes here, but on the first week of doing jogging and going back to the gym, I'm fucked and I need to go to bed. Have you got a fact and a law?
I've got 2 facts, or have I? One might be fake.
You've really fucked the mystery around this, I'll be honest with you. So we don't have a law, we just got 2 facts. You can double fact them tonight, yeah?
I can, or if you just want one.
No, they can have double fact. They normally get
Okay.
law as well. All right, so Luke fact number 1, right? Now, I'm looking at the numbers. I'm looking at the people in chat. You all know the drill. I'm not going to explain it. Luke fact number 1.
A jiffy is an actual measurement of time.
How long is it?
1/100th of a second.
Bullshit!
I'll be back in a jiffy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a real fact.
A jiffy is 1/100th of a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can do the alphabet in 1/100th of a second. Ah, there you go.
That was longer. I'm pretty sure that's the noise Emmy made.
Yeah. I think it's not. No wonder she's closer to you than she is to me, right?
I love her so much. Even though it's obviously not nice, she didn't bite me. She didn't try and bite me. I love her so much. I'm so blessed to have her.
I should hope you do love her that much doing that sort
She's
of
the
act.
best dog in the world.
She's the best dog in the world. Oh, bless her, asleep on the floor there. Wait, is she breathing?
Yeah.
Okay, loose fact number 1. There you go. A jiffy is in fact a measurement of time.
1/100th of a second.
I think that's nonsense.
No, it's a fact.
Because where did the phrase "back in a jiffy" come from? There's no one ever thought they'd be back in 1/100th of a second. I think that's nonsense. Anyway, we promised you 2. 2, 1 for each finger.
The longest known pubic hair in history was 28 inches long. This belonged to a woman who also had armpit hair reaching 32 inches long.
No, I think Joe's is longer. How long was the first one? 32 inches.
That's the armpit hair. The pubic hair. Your face! The pubic hair was 28 inches long.
You need a fucking chainsaw.
It reached her knees.
Brother,
I love the internet. Oh, I love the internet.
28 inches. That's 27.9 inches longer than it should be.
Oh, I like these new
It's
facts.
worse that you said she as well.
Why is that worse? Would it have been slightly less disgusting if I said he?
Can't have kids for fear they might get strangled on the way out.
No, the midwives might shave you. While you're there, writhing around in contractual pain.
The fucking garden shears out.
They might shave you.
I bet she was from Coventry. Mr. the Wargun is still exclamation mark snipe me, chat. Just throwing that out there. But that being said, it is in fact 4 minutes past 10 p.m. Friday Night Crew, you're the absolute best, by the way. The Friday Night Crew is the best by a very, very long way. Why? It doesn't matter if we do positive, negative, normal, medium, non-40k, 40k, AOS. It doesn't matter. You turn up anyway. We have a chin wag. We have a drink. We get ready for the weekend. We have a laugh. We have a giggle. You're always talking. You always gift. You always super chat. You're fucking incredible. You people are fucking incredible. Simple as that. Friday Night Crew is the best crew, right? Maybe we make a Friday Night Crew t-shirt.
At least they cleaned the seat when they got off the toilet. How big were her chocolate clangers?
Oh, God, Gaz. Oh, no. Oh, no. There's enough now. There's enough.
I want to find more.
Babies can rappel down. That's the problem.
Oh, there's images.
No. You lot, like I said, you lot are fucking incredible. I genuinely appreciate all of you, right?
Oh, they've put Chewbacca on here.
I was I still am a little bit slightly concerned about this month because it's nothing like the first 3 months revenue-wise. But this week, you people have smashed it. So thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. You're incredible. We're back after the week. I might do a weekend hobby stream. I probably won't, but I might do. Because I've got some hobbying to do at some point, probably on Sunday, because it's supposed to rain most of the weekend, actually. So you might see me live over the weekend doing some kind of hobbying, perhaps, possibly, right? Monday night, however, we will be 100% back with Great Hall Hobby. Tuesday lunchtime, it's the Liam and Joe AOS show, but then I won't be about for the evening because it's our wedding anniversary. So we'll do the Liam and Joe AOS show. I'm going to come home, I'm going to drive the kids to the grandparents, and I'm going to take Luce out for dinner, and I have purposefully... You'll be proud of me. I have booked the table for 7:30.
Oh, okay.
The table was booked for when them clowns go live without me.
So I'll just have to monitor how many times you excuse yourself for the toilet.
I don't go to the
So
toilet.
I can't be like, why are you on your phone on our anniversary night?
I won't be doing that. I trust the guys. I'll be setting the stream up before the Liam and Joe AOS show. We'll do the show. I'll set everything up on OBS ready to go, and then I'm going to leave. And then Kyle gets in at like 6:20. If he's got any problems, he'll find it before we even leave for the restaurant and he'll phone me. I'm sure that won't be a problem. All right. So you have me on Monday for Warhammer. Great Hall Hobby Night. Tuesday, you have me for the Liam and Joe AOS show. And then we have our anniversary. We've been married for 11 years.
No, we haven't.
No, 13 years.
That's right.
11 years is the age of my eldest.
Yeah.
13 years.
Was that 2 years like a trauma blindness?
Yeah.
From being married to me for 2 years,
28,
and then you were
28,
traumatized.
yeah, it's 28-inch pubes. Yeah, it's got lost in them for a bit.
No, no, that's right. It's the armpit one was 32.
Yeah, 13 years we've been married.
I honestly thought pubes just stopped growing after a point. If you left them, they would just stop growing.
A lot of people on the streams in general do comment on the chemistry between us. That chat is because Luce and I met. Oh, fuck off, Stu.
True. I used to date her. She was from Hanover.
That's because Luce and I got together, right? Get this. Luce and I got together January 2008.
Uh-huh. I was just about to turn 19.
17. No, joking. Yeah, you just spent 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2008. That's how long, right? We've been together since January 2008. We've been married since for 13 years, since 2011. 30th of April 2011 we got married. Up in sunny Ipswich. It was actually sunny that day as well.
It was the hottest day.
It was the hottest fucking day. It was the hottest day in #1 dress uniform as well.
Yeah.
It was incredibly uncomfortable. Anyway, so that's what we'll be doing on Tuesday. So thank you so much for your incredible support this last week. You people have been amazing. We've got 2 more streams before the wedding anniversary. Then we've got the wedding anniversary. I think April is just 30 days, isn't it, if I remember rightly? Mm-hmm. So then we're on to fucking May. Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ, this year. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, you wonderful people. Have you got anything you want to add before we disappear, Luce?
Nope.
You people have all been beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.